Today's video is a time-lapse of the real hardwood flooring installation in our house. This isn't any type of laminate flooring or hardwood substitutes. This is real hardwood flooring processed at a lumber mill that is being installed in our house. Welcome back to Purple Collar Life. In this video, we're talking all about hardwood floors, real hardwood floors. Now, the particular hardwood we used in our house is from the Hardwood Mall in Emlenton, Pennsylvania. And you'll see here in the start of the video, this is the prep work, removing all the trim, removing the old carpet, and removing the padding. And this is what really, kind of disgusted us when you pull that carpet and padding up and see what all is underneath there. It's pretty gross. We do, our fair share of sweeping the carpet. We do have a dog in the house, so obviously that probably adds to some of the dirt and grime that comes in. After doing this process, we're convinced we would probably never use carpet again in the house. I've got a lot of staples to pull out. We pulled the carpet and the padding up in this room. And let me show you, I've learned a couple things along the way. So when I first started pulling staples out in this room, I was doing it the way I've always pulled staples out. I'd try to get underneath it with a crowbar. You could tap on it with the crowbar and the hammer, get a staple out at a time that way. And you can see a lot of the staples have some padding still stuck on them. So the problem with this is I couldn't get underneath things. I have this tool that's really helpful for pulling the padding up and removing the trim, the edges of the trim. This works great for that. This works pretty nicely. You can get a corner underneath and just pop it out. Now these pliers really work good. These are electrician's pliers, so you can see much longer handles. You can get a lot more torque, grip torque on the staple. So I found with these ones, they work pretty good. You just put it right down on the staple, pull up, and since you've got so much torque, it doesn't slip the grip on the staple each time. So that all goes pretty quickly when you do it that way. Sometimes you can get two at a time. Now, part of the problem with carpet is the grossness. Part of the other problem is it doesn't last forever. So we pulled the carpet up off of the stairs. We had carpet at the top of the stairs here in the landing way. The nice thing about the hardwood flooring that we put down is we will never in our lifetime have to replace that again. Here's my office space. You can see we had moved the desks and tables out of the way. So there's a lot of stuff. A big project like this does require displacing furniture and getting things organized. We decided to paint this room before the new hardwood went down because it made sense to us to put fresh paint up before the new flooring goes down. You can see we had chosen a really good padding underneath the carpet, and that was a good choice, but again, carpet just does not last and isn't as nice as hardwood floors. And today is finally the day we've been waiting for a long time. You can see I'm here with the new hardwood flooring. We've done a lot of work preparing for this the last several weeks, probably the last several months. We've been saving for this for over a year. So what you're looking at here is our stacks of hardwood. This is the 7-inch white oak hardwood that will go up the stairs in the landing way, the hallway, and in my office. We've got stair treads because we're also going to redo the stairs in white oak. We've got 5-inch hickory. That would be what's in this room, the entrance to the house. And then over there on my left is the nice walnut. That will be the back wall in my office upstairs. So looking forward to showing you how all this hardwood flooring gets installed. Like I said, we did get this from the Hardwood Mall, and we will be putting out another video with a tour of the Hardwood Mall. It is an absolutely amazing place. These installers came from the Hardwood Mall, so Max and his team were the ones that, once we had removed the carpet and padding, pulled all those staples up, they did the rest of the prep work and then did the full install of all the flooring. You can see here they were carrying all that 7-inch oak up, and we wanted that oak to run straight from the hallway into the office, so when they started organizing which planks would go where, they started with that door open into the hallway so they could run those planks straight through. And then it's kind of like a game of Tetris, figuring out which pieces will fit best where. You don't want to waste wood. Now we're in the entryway, and this is the hickory, so 5-inch hickory that they are placing and staging in this room. This is one of those things that some people try to do it on their own, but I think with real hardwood flooring, it's really important that you let someone who knows what they're doing put it down. Like I said, this flooring will last the rest of our lives, probably the rest of this house's life. So it's important that it's done properly. You can see even natural how beautiful that hickory is. This is character hickory. So you can see it's not, the perfect select hickory, but we wanted the character. We want to see those knots and the different colors. That's one of the things we really like about hickory flooring, is that it does have such character. A little bit of a time lapse here of that installation of the first couple rows of flooring in my office upstairs. Again, this is the oak. You can see my office is a kind of unique shape. It is a dormer room, so there's a 6-foot wide dormer there on the left-hand side. So this is the view looking from that dormer into the rest of the room. So here's what it looks like when that wood first goes down. This was back when there were just the first couple rows that were going out into the hallway. And you can see here the Max's team of installers from the Hardwood Mall are installing in the hallway and then letting those boards run straight into the room. So that required some cutting around the door frame. If you've never seen hardwood flooring go down, that is a special nailer they use. It's tongue and groove flooring, and this places a nail through that outer board and down through the OSB in this case. This is in that entryway. Look at that hickory, that beautiful character. Now I know some people do just leave it natural. We wanted some protective layers of coating on that. So once it's all down, you fill those holes in it with like a Bondo type of filler, and then you sand everything down again, and that's when you put the sealer coat on it, and then whatever choices you choose for the final coating. Here you can see they're doing that prep work. This is the start of my walnut wall, so I wanted one of the walls in my office to be walnut. That's the wall that's behind me when I'm on Zoom calls or Teams meetings for work. I thought it would be really nice. We live here in the woods in a very rural area. We have cherry, maple, oak, hickory in the woods behind us. So I thought it'd be really nice to make my office very, wood feeling. So this nice walnut wall behind me, I think, was a nice touch for all my meetings. And I really think one accent wall of beautiful walnut is dark. It really made the room look nice. You can see we are in a Cape Cod. So once you get up about 6 feet high, the roof does angle up there on that back wall. So we ran the walnut all the way up to where the ceiling is flat. Here we're deciding which type of finish. So you can see the bare walnut behind it, and then we're choosing the finish colors of the oak on those pieces in front. It's a difficult decision. We wanted to make sure it made sense and matched with the walnut. So now the walnut has the first coat of natural oils on it, and you can see they're putting the sealer coat on the oak. This happens to be in Jennifer's walk-in closet. So the first thing that goes down once everything is sanded on the floor and swept up is the sealer. Down on the hickory floor, you can see it already has the coat of sealer on it, so it brings out the character a little bit more.
First coat of poly down on top of the sealer.
And again, that's one of the reasons we chose hickory, just as because of the beautiful look.
First coat of sealer down on the stairs.
This is looking up the steps. Those oak steps have made a huge difference. They feel so much more solid and secure when you're up and down them than the carpet did. This is the landing wheel. When you first come in the door, we had decided we wanted some tile there. And then you can see there's the outside frame also in hickory to match the floor of the entry. So after that sealer's done, It gets another sanding, and then there are 2 coats of final finish that go on top. In this room, we chose a poly finish, so that it would be the same finish as the Hickory and the rest of our house. And then here you can see Max is setting up the tile to be organized. So you can see he places everything out, figures out what's going to fit best, what cuts need made where, and then pulls it all back up as he prepares. And then here you can see it's all down. And we've got the poly on the Hickory, first coat of sealer on the steps. There's the room upstairs, my office, with the first coat on the oak, and another coat of the natural oil on the walnut. You can see the bottom versus the top. The oil really brings out the color, the darkness of the walnut. Here it is, completely oiled. So the floor had its first coat of finish, and the wall had 2 coats of oil at this point. And that finish does, they scuff it back up with the sander each day before the next coat. Here you can see the final product of our tile floor. We chose a dark grout, and I'm really glad we did that. We didn't want it to be, an accent. We wanted the grout to kind of match with the tile. And here's the final of the steps. You can see 2 coats of finish on them after the sealer, and all the finish trim underneath. The white trim ended up looking pretty good. I put all the white trim back on, and it looks good with that oak. You can see they ran it underneath towards the bathroom and underneath towards the bedroom upstairs that is still carpeted. And here's that straight run of the planks from the hallway into my office. I think that made a lot of sense. Again, I put the white trim back up. I was thinking about doing other wood trim, but didn't want to spend any additional at this point, and I think the white looks okay as is. Then there's a little bullnose there, like a quarter round, where the oak meets the walnut. We did change out those outlets to be dark, so they were originally white, and I've changed them out to be dark. You can see here, we have been using these as photo areas. I post these pictures before for Mackenzie's dance. And here's a final of that Hickory floor. I think it turned out absolutely amazing. We're really happy with the flooring choices we made. Character Hickory in the entryway, oak in my upstairs office, and walnut on the wall. And we couldn't be happier with the job that the Hardwood Mall did, and Max and his installers from the Hardwood Mall. They did an absolutely phenomenal job. Really absolutely upgraded the look of our house, having the flooring replaced from carpet to real hardwood floors. I think that really ups the value and just the aesthetics of a home like this. And we've noticed a significant difference since updating the floors on how much better any allergies are. You don't have all that dander from the animals or dust that's stuck in the carpet. It's really easy to clean these hardwood floors. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully this video informed and entertained you. We really enjoyed having the hardwood floors done in our house. We now have 3 bedrooms and 1 section of living room that are still carpeted, and we're saving up for maybe next summer or the summer after, replacing all that with hardwood. I'm thinking in my mind of the hardwood I'd like to use. I'm kind of thinking cherry on the living room area because we do have so many cherry trees in our woods. So I think it would look nice looking out our living room windows back into the woods and seeing all that cherry to be standing or sitting on cherry in the living room. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again the next time.